We saw some warm temperatures yesterday. We're looking at another go at it as we head about your Sunday and into the work week.
Well, this morning on DC News Now, former President Donald Trump shot during a rally in Pennsylvania. Officials investigating the shooting as an assassination attempt. An update on his condition and what we know about the shooter. And the shooting sparking fear among people who live in the DMV, prompting changes from local officials. We'll break down what they're doing to keep you safe. Plus, a new tech at BWI could help you check in for your next flight in record time, which you can expect on your next trip to the airport.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
We're taking a live look over the White House this morning. We are definitely preparing for another hot, high temperature day. Now, looking outside, it looks beautiful, but as Derek mentioned earlier, that is deceiving. We're already seeing 80 degrees out there, and we are nearing the 100 degrees for some parts of the region later today. Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to DC News Now. I'm Yamar Sase. Now, we'll get to your top stories in just a moment, but first, let's get out to Derek for a check on that forecast. Derek, what can we expect to see outside today?
Well, I say that they irrigate in and around the White House because the rest of Washington, all the grass is pretty much at least half dead. But looking at temperatures right now, we had a high yesterday of 96 degrees, low this morning of around 79. Yesterday's low was 75. So we're just going to be seeing these warm temperatures over the next several days. We're about 6 degrees above average than we were yesterday. The record high was around 100. We have that over the next couple of days. We could get very close to near record-breaking conditions here across the DMV. Looking outside right now, we are seeing those temperatures 82 degrees already this morning. That dew point holding strong over the past couple of hours at 76 degrees. We're going to have to watch and see what that number does as we head throughout the day, because if it lowers back down into the 60s, we could see those temperatures get very close to 100 degrees today.
You want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Former President Donald Trump shot in the air during a rally in Pennsylvania. Now, the president was hurt, but is expected to be okay. These pictures showing the former president with a bloody ear and face as Secret Service surround him. Now, agents rushing him off the stage after those shots were fired. Here's what we know this morning. Now, one person attending the rally was killed and 2 more were critically injured. The shooting is being investigated as an assassination attempt, and the FBI believes 20-year-old Thomas Crooks was involved in the shooting. Now, the Secret Service says that Crooks was killed, and they believe he attacked from an elevated position outside of the venue. Now, people and leaders around the country reacting to the shooting of the former president. Our national correspondent Vinay Simlot brings us the latest details.
A searing moment Saturday afternoon. Former President Donald Trump says a bullet pierced his upper ear in a shooting at a campaign rally.
Take a look at what happened.
You can see the moment President Trump grabbed his face and ducked. In a post on Truth Social, the former president says he immediately felt the bullet ripping through his skin. Secret Service returned fire, killing the shooter.
Shooter's down. Are we good to move? Wait.
As Secret Service lifted Trump up, he fist pumped to the crowd. Photos show blood on Trump's face. Easton Smith says he was standing outside the Western Pennsylvania rally by the fence.
Probably a minute or two before the shooting, saw a guy, gray shirt, climbing up the metal roof on the building right beside us.
He says he saw the shooter with a rifle over his shoulder.
Yeah, after that, a couple shots fired off.
President Biden says he's been briefed on the shooting. He cut his weekend trip to Delaware short after the attack on the former president.
There's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick.
President Biden spoke with former President Trump on Saturday evening.
The idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it.
The Trump campaign says the Republican National Convention will begin Monday as planned. In Washington, I'm Vinay Simlot.
Well, the DMV is definitely feeling the ripple effect of the political violence. And according to visitors at Lafayette Square, that was shut down shortly after the news spread of the attack on former President Trump. Now, the park allows people to get up to the White House fence, but has now been closed by U.S. Park Police and Secret Service police. Now, still, people gathered there after hearing the news about the former president.
Honestly, makes me sad. I don't. Whatever side of politics you're on, you still have respect for the office and respect for what people are trying to do, whether you agree with them or not.
I just think, why do we have this kind of violence in the world? No matter who you support, I don't think it's right to solve problems in that way.
Now, D.C. police say they will be stepping up patrols in response to the violence. And D.C. police say the increased presence is out of an abundance of caution. In a statement released on social media, the department said, quote, "While there are no known threats to the District of Columbia, we urge our community to remain vigilant and help keep our community safe." Now, federal law enforcement have briefed Chief Pamela Smith, who updated Mayor Muriel Bowser on the situation. And new details, 7 people are hurt after multiple vehicles hit each other in a crash in Montgomery County. Now, officials say it happened on I-270 between exits 6 and 8 in Rockville around 11 Friday night. Now, first responders say all 7 people who were hurt are expected to be okay. And police say a woman is dead after a shooting near Fort DuPont Park in southeast D.C. Officials responded to the shooting on Fort DuPont Drive around 2:35 yesterday afternoon. Now, police found the woman dead on the scene when they arrived. They are looking for a white sedan with heavy tint in connection to the shooting. And people across the DMV visiting the National Mall for the 4th annual Lost Voices of Fentanyl rally. The event was held yesterday afternoon. The organization was founded back in 2019. Organizers say Lost Voices of Fentanyl raises awareness about the fentanyl epidemic while pressuring lawmakers to introduce changes to lessen the drug's influence in the U.S.
People have this whole addiction thing wrong. We are all humans. We all fall short of something.
Now, Lost Voices of Fentanyl says they also want to declare fentanyl a weapon of mass destruction so the federal government can take stronger action. And in Prince George's County, police are working to address summer crime. They want to drive down crime numbers and close more cases. While overall crime is down, the department says it cannot let up. DC News Now, Mario Carbone spoke with the police chief about progress he's seeing.
The communities are crying out for help, but we're not getting the help.
For local advocate Jeanette Brandon, the state of crime in Prince George's County is upsetting.
I am frustrated.
In April, 5 teens were shot during a senior skip day event. Last month, a 16-year-old shot and killed in Suitland. And over the weekend, a 6-year-old died after being shot at a 4th of July event. Brandon wants officials to do more.
Don't wait until a 6-year-old gets killed before you get behind the podium and say you care.
Stating problems are easy. Coming up with solutions are very difficult.
Prince George's County Police Chief Malik Aziz says his department is driving down crime right now through its Summer Crime Initiative, which in part focuses on deploying resources in high crime areas.
What we do is we drill down in those places. We find out addresses or locations that have historically driven crime there, and we put police there.
It's also engaging with youth, offering summer programming like this forensics camp.
Take them to water parks. We take kids out of Prince George's County, and we take them to places that they haven't been. To some people, they'll say that isn't crime fighting, but it is. It's crime prevention.
Aziz says the county is seeing progress despite public perception. Year-to-date, overall crime is down 9%, though homicides are up slightly by 4%.
What we would like is for crime to remain on the negative swing.
Yes, the numbers are down, but what do you say to the community when, just a few days ago, we have a 6-year-old shot and killed at a 4th of July event?
Every time someone is a victim of a violent crime here, especially homicide, we all feel it.
Now, Jeanette Brandon runs Together We Can. It offers various programs bringing law enforcement and the community together. Now, you can find more details on those meetings on our website, dcnewsnow.com. Well, Derek, it's definitely time for weather, and I know I'm staying indoors today for sure. I don't want to stay in the heat. I can't do it. I can't handle it anymore, but I'm definitely looking forward to those cooler temperatures later on this week.
I think we all are. It's going to be downright hot over the next couple of days, as highs will get up into the mid to upper 90s with heat index values into the 100s, some of which could get up to near 110, especially for Monday. So we're going to have to watch out for that very carefully. Temperatures currently 82 degrees in Washington, as well as Lexington Park, 81 Annapolis over towards Westminster, 77 in Hagerstown and Frederick, Winchester, Manassas as well. It is awfully warm out, and the dew points are up there as well. Most locations around the region are into the 70s, and if we stay pretty much in the 70s, we're definitely going to get up into the mid 90s for today. These areas that are in the 60s could possibly even see some upper 90s here and there. Be sure to stay tuned for our zone-to-zone location forecast to see how high it's going to get up into the higher mountain regions and across the valleys as we head about this Sunday. Monday, though, we're under an excessive heat watch coming our way as we head into the work week, so we're also going to be watching out for that as well.